And I also noticed that people were living in fear. They were all in fear of not being good enough, of not having enough money. Everybody was on this treadmill of trying to get ahead of the next person. My values had changed completely after almost dying. I realized that the most important thing in life was to be who I am. I realized when I was in the other realm that life is a gift. I also realized that we are powerful beyond belief. We are much more powerful than we think we are, much more powerful than we have conditioned to believe we are. Whereas our mass media, our education system, our government actually teaches us to fear not being good enough, to fear that we won't have enough money, to fear that there isn't enough money to go around. We're taught from a very young age that we need to get really good grades to get ahead of all the other kids in our class because maybe there isn't enough school places or college places for everybody. So we're taught that we have to compete with everybody around us. That sets us up to live a life in fear. I learned that that was completely backwards. We're supposed to learn to live a life of love. We are all actually connected. The way that we're all connected, if we realized that instead of fearing each other, instead of competing with each other, if we realized that we need to be collaborating, if children learned to collaborate instead of compete, we would have a very different world. Governments teach us to fear the outer world, to fear our neighbors, fear other countries, fear people who are different. Our schools, our education system teaches us to fear not getting a good job, not getting a good place in school. Our medical system is focused on fear of illness. They're not focused on helping you get healthy. They are focused on looking for illness. And this is how we grow up in a fear-based paradigm, which is the complete opposite. Our medical systems need to focus on health and not on illness. They are totally focused on illness. And we need to understand what it means to be healthy, not what it means to find illness all the time. Our governments need to make us realize that we need to embrace people who are different and not fear people who are different. And our advertising and mass media are always making us feel inadequate, that we need to buy more, do more, be more. Even in our workplace, we're afraid of people who will get ahead of us. In actuality, what I learned in the other realm is that we are all connected. We are all one. If you imagine the fingers of a hand, imagine if each of these fingers thought that they were an individual being. Imagine if each finger thought they were separate from the other fingers, and each finger felt there's not enough to go around, so I have to grab it before the other fingers do. Or each finger felt, I need to get the job or pass the exam before the others. I have to get ahead of the others. And imagine if they keep seeing the other fingers are so close by, so they keep running on that treadmill trying to get ahead. And imagine if they start to fight and beat each other up because each one wants to get ahead of the other. So half their energy, half their life is wasted on trying to compete with the others. And it's only in death do they realize that they're all connected. They're all part of one hand. They're all connected by this palm. We are all connected by one consciousness. And if these fingers knew while they were alive that they were connected, if they worked together, think how much energy they could have saved. Think how much more progress they could have made as a whole hand, rather than individual fingers trying to get ahead of the other fingers. Imagine if each person, each human on this planet was taught that we are one finger of the whole and that we're all supposed to work together and collaborate to make all our lives better, to make the whole planet better, think how much further we would get than we are today.
Hat dir dieses Video gefallen? Gib uns ein Zeichen und lasse einen Daumen nach oben da. Bist du interessiert an weiteren solchen kostenlosen Videos? Dann abonniere unbedingt unseren Kanal und drücke die Benachrichtigungsglocke, denn nur so stellst du sicher, dass du kein weiteres Video verpasst. Danke dir und bis zum nächsten Video.